Coming home, coming home, never more to roam. A minister was closing a revival in a huge Midwestern city, and he stepped on a train on his way home and sat down beside a young man, starting a conversation about the weather. The young man didn't say anything, and the preacher turned to him and he saw tears streaming down his face. So he told him, "I'm a minister. If you have anything on your heart, I'll be glad to listen, and I'll help you in any way that I can." And the young man, through tears, proceeded to tell him this story. He said, "Preacher, some 2 years ago I was wicked. Well, I became so wicked that I even hit my dad. And he told me, 'Son, you're breaking your poor mother's heart. You're going to have to leave home.' Preacher, I've been all over this country from one end to the other, living in sin. Then about 2 weeks ago, God gloriously saved me, and now I want to go home. I wrote my daddy a letter and told him that I'd be on this train, that I was coming home." The preacher said, "That's all well and good, son, but how do you know you're going to be welcome? How do you know your mother and father are going to be standing there waiting on you with open arms?" And the young man said, "Preacher, we've lived by this old railroad track all my life in a little old white house. And out behind that house is a great big old apple tree. I told my daddy in a letter that if I was welcome home, for him to tie a white rag in that apple tree. Oh, preacher, we're almost there. We're almost home. I can't bear to look. Would you look for me?" And the preacher dusted the window of the train and looked out, and then he had a great big smile on his face. And he said, "Son, oh, you don't have a thing to worry about. Why, that apple tree's in full blossom. Why, there's white rags hanging all over it, from one end to the other. And you know what? Underneath that apple tree is that old mom and dad, waving a big old white bed sheet, says, 'Welcome home, son.' And you know that's just like God. No matter how mean we've been, and no matter how wicked, no matter how far away we may stray, He'll always, if we'll turn to Him, welcome us, each and every one of us, home."